Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. All right, so if you were starting to get the sense that this whole commission lawsuit thing was starting to spin out of control and be kind of a little crazy, you were right. You're right? I said that in a couple of videos ago. I went down to the basement and I got my wrench because basically they just threw the wrench right into it. So if you're not up to date, breaking news today over at realestatenews.com and Inman are the announcement that the lawyers for the buyers in the big buyer cases, Batten 1, Batten 2, Batten, whatever they call it now, Batten something, have objected to the settlements in the bombshell commission lawsuit known as Stitzer out of Kansas City. And they've objected to the settlements made by Anywhere, Remax, and Keller Williams. They've objected to those settlements. Why? Why would the buyers care about settlements in cases that have to do with sellers? Well, it seems allegedly, remember, I'm not a lawyer, too smart to go to law school, but it seems allegedly the attorneys for Anywhere, Keller Williams, and Remax tried to sneak in any buyer claims to the settlements in the seller lawsuit. Oh, yeah, that would me off if I was a buyer, right? So let's bring up the story in real estate news. Here we go here. Home buyers try to halt approval of commission settlements. I think this story, by the way, in real estate news is a little bit easier to read than the Inman, but I think they're kind of burying the lead. And the lead is that the buyer lawyers are just about accusing the lawyers for Anywhere, Remax, and Keller Williams. They go right to the edge and basically accuse them of being, how do I want to say this? Liars. So, yeah. This has got to get rich. Right. You know, having watched the MLS pin no select case very well last year, there was always delay after delay. Every time that you thought it was going to be settled, there was another delay. And I was kind of prepping my audience, those of you watching my videos for a while. The conventional wisdom is that these new rules in the settlement are on the fast track. Nothing can stop it. It can't be stopped. Really? Okay. First off, let's remember that the new rules were supposed to go into effect. What was that? July 1st? I think that was July 1st, early July. And now they're not going to go into effect until August 17th or 18th. So the 5-week delay kind of just happened out of the blue right there. And I don't think that's the first type of delay. And this situation here, let's get back into it, indicates that there could be many, many others. So what we're seeing here, the first wave of settlements in the buyer agent commission cases may have hit a snag just one day before the final approval was expected. Remember, this would not be the final approval of the NAR settlement with the rules package, because that's not scheduled till sometime in November. This is what the home buyers are saying. So there's this big case called Batten, and it represents home buyers. The Stitzer case, known as the bombshell commission lawsuit on this video channel, whatever the hell this thing is, represents or involves sellers. So the Batten case represents buyers. The home buyers in the Batten case allege the defendants in the settlement did not disclose a plan to claim immunity from home buyer claims, specifically from Batten class members who sold a home and would be included in the settlement class on the sell side until May 3rd. Let me transfer that. Let me translate that. And it's an allegation. It's not a fact. It's just an allegation. The lawyers for the buyers are saying that until May 3rd, which was what, just last Friday, until May 3rd, this was sellers only, And then on May 3rd, the lawyers for Anywhere, Remax, and Keller Williams tried to sneak the buyers into the settlement. Ooh, that's sleazy. Well, I had to look up the the old quote, right? Here it is here. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we first practice to deceive. Let's give all credit to credit is due. Sir Walter Scott, 1808. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Back to the real estate news quote. So in court document filed today, Randall Ewing, the attorney for the Batten plaintiffs, argued that the settlement class in the Sitzer Burnett case was effectively too wide. From the beginning, purported to represent a class consisting of home sellers who paid a broker commission. And then on May 3rd, they tried to make it too wide to include buyers. By the way, I would love your questions or comments if you want to throw them into the chat there. I'll take a look at them in a few minutes. So, yeah, that is super interesting. We go over here to the lawsuit. Let me bring up this lawsuit here, and all credit to Inman for actually posting the PDF thing. Thank you for doing that. Despite multiple opportunities to do so, the settling defendants did not reveal their intent to release homebuyer claims until May 3rd, which is just last Friday. As I said, they did not reveal their intent to specifically enjoin plaintiffs and punitive class members from pursuing their claims until the Burnett plaintiffs and settling defendants submitted their proposed order on May 7th, which was that was just yesterday. So yeah, they're not very happy. This is, I think, as close to lawyers get to saying that you're a liar or that you're sneaky. Because they can't really say that, but I think that's it. They're at least implying that they've been sneaky, if not outright deceitful. So they are also claiming that, one, it would improperly enjoin them from continuing to litigate their claims. Basically, it would end their case. And two, releases their claims without any additional compensation, let alone adequate notice and representation for the unique claims held by home buyers. So once again, this does not directly affect the potential NAR settlement, but like it's all the same case, right? And as I said like 3 or 4 videos ago, if you get the sense that this is starting to spin out of control, where no one's really in charge, you got the right sense. Whenever, having been in this like politics, like public relations thing for a long time, whenever you get the sense that there's this overriding push to insist that something is the truth, yeah, it might not be the truth. And what I'm trying to say is that there's this overwhelming pressure that this is the settlement and it's going to happen and it's on a freight. Yeah, on a freight train. I don't know about that. I'm just not convinced. Not the least of which, of course, is our potential intervention by the Department of Justice. And as my friend Andrew mentioned in a comment on our YouTube channel the other day, that recently the Department of Justice won its case to reopen its investigation against NAR itself. So there are multiple opportunities here for this to get all foobarred up and delayed. And I think that we're seeing one of those situations today. Let's not forget that when we go back to the NAR announcement of the settlement back in March 15th, right in the beginning of their press release, which the New York Times took and ran with, right? Today announced an agreement that would end litigation claims brought on behalf of home sellers. Everybody has been saying that this is a case, the Stitzer case, about home sellers, not buyers. No, they're separate cases for buyers. Until the lawyers from Anywhere, Remax, and Keller Williams tried to kind of sneak the buyer settlement into the Stitzer case, which is certainly contrary to the overwhelming understanding of what that case was about. The overwhelming understanding of the Stitzer case was that it was about sellers not buyers. And basically, not being a lawyer, just a mere human here that I can read, but I'm not a lawyer, right? But I can read, and it does seem like what's the phrase? They tried to pull a fast one. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. Yeah, kind of what we're looking at when we see this. I wish the real estate news kind of they could use a little New York Post angle in their story. I think sometimes they bury the story. Let's look over here at Inman. They put up a stoplight. Buyers seek surprise injunction to halt commission lawsuit settlements. Slightly better. Sorry, I put that up there for you. Slightly more alarming headline. Plaintiffs in suit known as Batten 1 have filed a temporary restraining order to prevent the final approval of Keller Williams Anywhere and RE/MAX settlements. Yeah, so I don't really know how to take this story from here other than to deliver the news to you and say that I don't think that this is the first wrench that is going to be thrown into the works here and to gum up this whole potential settlement. If you think, once again, that these rules are going to go into effect in mid-August, what is that? What did I say? The 17th, the 18th, whatever it is. And there's going to be no hitch to that between now and then. I'll eat my hat, right? I don't think so. I think there's going to be any number of different delays. I was expecting Department of Justice delay. I didn't even think of this. And why didn't I think of this? Because no one thought that the buyers were included in the Stitzer case until Anywhere, RE/MAX, and Keller Williams tried to sneak them into it. So could there be other wrenches to come? I think so. All right, let's see if we have any quotes or questions over here. Let's hit the question. No comments on today's video. Well, okay then. I think we've covered it in that case. These videos, when you watch this video, it makes it so easy to make this video. Like the last video, I think you should watch the last video, by the way, which was about the, I'm going to bring that up on the screen here, by the way, about the 3 potential rules packages that we're facing right now. That was a little bit more complex video. It's on the video tab. It was not a live stream. I think you should go watch that if you haven't already. But sometimes when you get a video like this just like makes itself, because what they tried to pull was so ridiculous, allegedly. All right, well, hey, we do have one comment. Let's bring it up here. Tim, in 2 years, 3 months into real estate. Oh, well, good for you. You've made it past your first year. Way to go, Tim. Have sold about $12 million. Nice job. Just feel behind in the real estate world as I don't have 7+ years of experience in a Rolodex ready to buy and sell. Any advice? Yes. I actually just made a video about this, Tim, which basically says how to be successful in real estate no matter what the new rules package is going to be. And I think the answer to that in a very quick nutshell is to become micro famous by becoming a news outlet yourself for a topic that like, and are passionate about. And I don't really care what that is. It could be, it could be darts or Star Wars, or I don't care what it is. It would be nice if it was somehow geographically centered upon your market area. But if you become the news source for something somewhere around your geographic area, and you're the only person that people look to for news on that, now you've developed an audience which knows, like, and trusts you, and then you can ask them for your business, and you don't have to advertise for that. And it builds upon itself. When you advertise, you push the button and it's on, and then when you stop paying, it's off. But if you build a following, that stays with you. You've built something rather than spent something. A great question, Tim. Follow-up question here. Love your channel, 34-year-old vet. All right, way to go. Thank you. We will get through this once they have all the correct direction. We will. Yeah. I mean, I do think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think as I go see Tim's question for my view on the light. And I don't think the light is necessarily an oncoming train, right? I think it is the light. All right. Jackie says from Phoenix, Arizona, thank you very much. Jack's so correct. It works. Yep. Develop a following among people. If you're in Phoenix, if you're not writing a golf blog because you're in Phoenix real estate, just for example, maybe Jackie, maybe golf's not your thing. But if you're a golf person and you're from Scottsdale and you're a real estate agent and you're not making golf focused content, what the are you doing? Right? Scottsdale is like golf mecca. I know my son spends some time out there in Arizona. And I mean, if you're not doing golf content as a real estate broker in Scottsdale, then I don't know what you're smoking. Thank you very much, Jackie. Dallas Fort Worth, Angel Real Estate. Thank you. I look forward to the video. It's on my video tab, the previous video. All right. So I think that follows all of our comments. Great to be with you today. This video in itself, I don't know how many more wrenches I have in the basement, but I don't think I have enough. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.